One of the great Rangers of all time. Not just as a player, not just as a coach, but as a person. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to new inductee, Mr. Tim Albin.
Good afternoon. I'm not sure where to start. It's been a wonderful weekend. I want to start by saying thank you to Dr. Cunningham, the members of the Hall of Fame Committee for putting this on, and from the bottom of my heart, my family, which I'll talk about here in just a moment, I just want to express to you my deepest gratitude. This weekend, and what it stands for, to see all the guys that I've seen as a player and a coach. I don't have the intelligence, vocabulary, or the words to express to you what it means to myself and my family. I'd like to start recognizing here my wife to my right here, Brooke, my son Trace, my daughter Tori, my wife's mother and wife's brother are here. My mom is here, Wanda. My stepdad Jack, my nephew Tanner. I'm here for this great honor. My uncle Donnie is out here somewhere. He's a proud graduate of Northwestern. I saw him, and my wife also is a graduate of Northwestern. Again, you got to go back to, for me to stand here behind this podium today. So many people have been so special to me in my life to be here today. I have had a great supporting cast from my mother, who made many sacrifices for me as a growing up. I didn't always do the right thing, but I knew what the right thing was. I didn't always do it. She's taught me so many things. I know that about accountability and your actions, and hopefully my daughter and son are getting some of that as well. My son and daughter are going to see me in a little bit different light here today than what they normally do. But I want to tell my mom I love her and thank you very much. Family-wise, you grow up and you want to be like so-and-so on TV, in the sports. I was so blessed to have an older brother who's not here today that taught me so many things growing up. How to catch a ball, throw a ball, etc. He's not here, but there's no way that I could be up here without mentioning him today. I want to take a few moments here. I know there's a game coming up, Melbourne. I'm going to do as fast as I can, but I got to do this right. So many things I'm proud of from being a graduate of Northwestern, and then be able to be here and come back with for Coach Lohman. I really think that as a student, you look back, I had Coach Parkhurst was my health teacher. He's a great member of this Hall of Fame. I mentioned my Uncle Donnie played here. I played at the time the winningest coach ever, and Lee Brower, who's here. I'm going to talk about him later. But what I'm getting at is the connection from the 60s. My brother was here as a member of the football team, 2 football teams for Bill Massey, and then obviously coming here and playing, and then being here as a coach is just it's an overwhelming experience for me. So, Dr. Cunningham talked about the locker room, and it's gone now. I visited with my uncle last night. He helped construct that. Isn't that right, Donnie? I'm overwhelmed again. Not to repeat words, but back to high school. I was so blessed to have played for a great coaching staff. Milt Bassett was another proud graduate of Northwestern. I had a great staff there. Larry Derrick, Eddie Paul, Mark Gale, to mention a few guys that were there in my upbringing. Coach Lee Brower comes walking in Woodford High School a long time ago. Coach Bassett says, Coach Brower's come up to see you today. I'm in Coach Bassett's office. Coach Breyer comes walking in there. Dean, I'm shorter and faster than I used to be. I was the same. Coach Breyer comes walking in. I'm 5'11", 145 pounds my senior year. Never started until my senior year in high school. Never started one game at receiver. And I played safety in high school, but Coach Breyer comes walking in. I've got cut up 501s on, my Aldo Nova concert T-shirt. Snotty-nosed kid. It's unbelievable. But I want to thank Coach Breyer for his time. He saw something on tape that gave me a chance. I came here on my visit. Coach Brooke was the head coach at the time. And I came up with 9 other guys off my high school football team. I was the only one that chose to come, and the rest is history. But back to Coach Breyer. Coach, I just want you to know that, as I told you last night, thank you for the time that you put in. You used to call me Timmy, and I never minded it at all. I never minded it. But a couple stories on Coach, and there are many. But I shared this with Coach last night. There are a lot of games as a player that I recall, and the '85 season, we only won 3 games that year. Going into the last game against Southwestern, we were playing. They were undefeated. Come to our place, and undefeated in the conference. They win. They go to the playoffs and have an outright championship. And we were able to. I wasn't doing a lot of playing at that time, but we were able to pull the upset in 16-10 victory. The loudest crowd I've ever been a part of was that day. And I was standing on the sideline looking back, and up there, that game set the tone for the next year, which is the '86 team that I was a part of. We won 7 games that year, and the first championship ever. It's important for the guys that are here that I coached with and coached, that you guys, I want you to know how important that team was in '86. They, without question, are part of me as my head coach, Lee Breyer. The commitment of those guys. You know, on games, you know, the '86 season, I got off the subject. I apologize. I'm not following my notes here real well right now. I got something else. I'm trying to hold it together here. So, please bear with me. But the '86 season, the second game of the year, we went up to play Fort Hays, nationally ranked football team. Come to find out last night, they were 3rd in the country at the time. But before all the passes and that I was able to catch, we had a 3rd and 10 early in the first half. I don't know if it was first or second quarter. I don't remember a lot of the catches. I remember a lot of the drops. This was one of them, my first one, and 3rd and 10, and Troy Chestnut, who threw many good balls. The old 6-2-8 route, coach, which we still run, by the way, to this day, even in Ohio. But threw a perfect, beautiful pass right through my hands and hit me right in the face mask. I knocked my helmet clean off. I'm probably my chin strap held my helmet on. I mean, it was right up into my nose. Of course, I'm getting chewed at. Troy Brown, was here this weekend. I saw earlier walk in. He's chewing me out all the way to the sideline. And Coach Breyer meets me at the sideline. I've got my head down, and Coach just comes up in the most positive way. Timmy, let's go. You're better than that. Keep your head in the game. We need you coming down the stretch. I didn't do anything that game miraculous. But we went on to win the football game on my 21st birthday and had my first career touchdown that evening. But Coach, from a positive standpoint, your leadership and what you meant to me and all those teams. I was here for blessed to be here for 5 years. We were able to win 7 games, 3 out of the 5 at the time. 7 wins was the most in school history. The '86 championship, first one ever. In '87, led by a great group of seniors, another great group of seniors, on to the NAIA National Playoffs for the first time in school history in '87. And then I finished up my last year in 1989 with a group of guys. There were 5 of us. I got to mention, I come in as a freshman with over, I thought it was over 50. Last night, kind of rechecking a few numbers. I talked with the 5 guys. I know it was over 40 incoming freshmen. And then 5 years later, we had 5 left. So Northwestern is a special place and a special time as a player. I had so many fond memories. I gotta give a couple stories here as a player, and I'll get to the championship coaching years as a player. I also ran track here. I wasn't very good at it, but Coach Sloman was my track coach. The track trips were the best. Just a quick story. The guys were talking about it last night. As a track athlete, Coach Sloman was great on getting guys ready for the conference meet, going out and going out and competing in the track meets to try to get you ready for the conference track meet, which is the last year. We're at Oklahoma, University of Oklahoma, competing in the track meet, and the entire Big 8, it's before the Big 12 obviously, the entire Big 8's there, plus Arkansas, a couple OCU, OCC teams are there. We're the only OIC team there, and triple jump. I'm a triple jumper, the old hop, skip, and jump, and Oklahoma, there had to have been 10,000 people on the track. I've never seen anybody on the track me other than standing on the fence, but for whatever reason, sold out, standing room only audience, and the triple jump runway is right in front of this podium, and I've got to jump. And the guy I'm jumping right before me is a guy by the name of Kenny Harrison. This was in '87. 88 was the Olympic year. And this gentleman goes on to get a bronze medal in the Olympics. He's going right before I am, okay? So we're at the track meet, and where you take off from, you got to mark, you got to tape measured. For me, just to get to the sand, okay, just to get to the pit, I have to jump almost 2 feet of my personal best just to get to the sand. Like 44 feet was my personal best, and it was on 46:10 just to make it to the pit. And I said, Coach Sloman, I said, hey, now, I tried to talk my way out of having to do this. And if you know Coach, it was not happening. There's just no way. So lo and behold, I get up. Kenny Harrison goes before I do. They have the high-tech equipment, the survey. Look through the eyeglass to get the proper measurement, way deep down the sand. And I'm next, and I take off down the runway and do the old hop, skip, and jump, and have my personal best. And I hit the ground, and I don't make it to the sand pit. So it's total silence. I hear this big old giant laugh coming from somewhere. I'm not sure where, and it's Coach Sloman. Not one of my prouder moments, but it's a story that I will never forget from the track and field standpoint. But that was, so it gets better. They start to undo their survey equipment to get the right measurement. Pick it up, move it down, about a 10-minute stall in the action to get my mark. And I just kind of walked over and leaned down and said, you don't need to mark that. And that was the talk of the trip home for in many years to come. So, thanks, Coach. My time as a player and a student were the best years of my life, without question. I have to give a shout out to all the instructors that I had as a student athlete. I can remember setting up in the dorm when I'm at Hall, talking about different, when you don't want to take this teacher, you want to take this teacher. All of them. Walter Johnson, I just got stories on all of them. Going through my left here, Dr. Cunningham. Never had the opportunity to have her in class, but I got to share a story with you. The thing with Dr. Cunningham in the dorm was, you got to take Dr. Cunningham, she's hot. How many presidents, okay, former students, get up and say, you want to take her, she's hot. Those high heels and those skirts. I've never shared that with anybody. I never could. I tried to get in there, but they always filled up. I didn't have the first time I had to get in her class. So I had Dr. DeLong and several others, but Dr. Baldwin, I saw him earlier and had him for several classes. But sorry, Janet, I had to do that. Okay, enough about a student athlete here. Great time. Coach Lohman brought me back. Oh, I'm sorry, I got to take one more shot here. Back on Coach Pryor. I got to, again, tell him thank you. And, Coach, I want you to know that, you know, as I played for you, and it's a great experience. I got out, got a job or two, you know, thought about giving you a call, never did it. Come back to Northwestern for Coach Lohman, won a few games. Finally won 8 games in '96, I think. 7 wins total, as far as the most wins in a season. Thought about giving you a call, never did it, Coach. And I got hired on in Nebraska. Thought about giving Coach a call, never got it done. And give me just a moment here. Whew. Monday morning, 8:05 in the morning. First Monday after Easter. I'm in my office. Phone rings. Pick it up. It's Coach Pryor. And he just wanted to tell me how proud he was of me for what I had done that day before. And for the second time in my life, I accepted Lord Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior here at First Baptist Church, right down the street. And Coach called me and told me how proud he is of me for that. And that's so Coach right there. And I never shared that with anybody, not even my wife. But I want to tell you, Coach, that meant the world to me. And I want to thank you for what you did for me as a student athlete here at Northwestern. So, Coach, thank you, and I love you. He wasn't all about names and jobs. He's got it all in line and how it should be. And with his leadership, been a big influence on my life. I carry chapstick in my pocket to this day. I used to always do that. I got it in my pocket to this day. And I use the same snap count you did with red, white, and blue. I did it here when I was the coach, and I do it in Ohio. You know, a lot of things. Okay, Coach Lohman gives me a call, asked me to come back to coach. Of course, I jumped on it, come back to my alma mater, and got to, obviously, all the people here, player-wise, and coaching was absolutely so much fun. It made it fun. It was kind of a job, and I enjoyed doing it. And I did it, you know, that's what, I had so many guys in my life that influenced me as coaches, and I was doing it out there in the profession, and doing it for a loving, and not really for a living. And I got back here with Steve, and Ranger Pride, all of it. I can't tell you what he has meant to me, along with Coach Pryor, and working for Steve and his passion for this university. And he took it to another level and then stepped down. I was fortunate enough to Coach Smith, the administration at the time, to give me an opportunity to take over. And at a time where the conference, OSC, was breaking up, I'm going to throw a couple numbers here at you. It was a tough time. It wasn't sure of the direction, you know, scheduling and all those things that for all those people that were here understand and can relate to that. The roster of the 1996 team compared to the 1997 team when I took over, there was 59 people off that roster had left the program. It was in a time where they needed a direction, and not that I was the guy but what I'm getting to is the guys that work with me in that direction. Chandler Meade, who's here, is a part of that staff. And it's important for Chandler, and he knows this, we've talked about it. At the time, Chandler could have had the job if he wanted it, and for whatever reason, did not do that. I wanted to tell Chandler that I want to thank you for your time, Chandler. I know that you're not officially on that team in '99, but you were. And I want to thank you. I played with Chandler. The old scout team, Coach Mike, I was the scout team receiver, running back, and Chandler was the linebacker. And as he tried to put his helmet through my ear hole every day, he always helped me up. And, that's my homeboy. That's my homeboy. As he tried to break me in half, but Chandler, I could not be up here today if it weren't for you and his wife Karen's here, and Marcus, and I want to thank you. And go to my next guy, my right-hand man, the guy that I feel like does not get enough credit for what he has done for this university and what he means to me in my personal life. Coach Garen Higgins is here. Garen, I want to thank you for staying here, particularly 97, and you had opportunities to go, and I wasn't sure if you're going to, but I just stayed out of it, let you make your mind up. You elected to stay, and there's no way I could have done it without you, and with those two guys' help, and mean a lot to me. So I want to thank Garen. He's as Willie says, he's the one that called that pass. I'm not sure if I ever officially come out and said that, but he's the one that said it on the headphones. But just know that I had to sign off on it. So I gotta say, he's the guy. You know what's there, Albin? He says, they crack streaks there. And as I went down everybody in the headphones, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? I clicked over, Troy, what do you think? What do you think? And sure enough, we called it, and Willie didn't run what we called, ran a crack flag. Right, Willie? The coach was way overrated. But it all worked out. But I want, again, Chandler and Garen, and then the last guy, Troy Hobb, it was the defensive coordinator on the '99 team, came back to his alma mater. Troy and I played together. A lot of memories as a player. Come back and coach for me. I can't tell you enough, as the game, the championship game, down 20-0, what exactly is going through my mind. I'm walking off the field and going to the locker room. Coach Smith grabs me. I'm walking. I can't see anything around me. I'm just trying to keep my one step at a time. And I get to the locker room. I got all kinds of things going through my head. What to say and the direction and the demeanor. Coach Smith grabs my arm, and I've shared this a couple of times. And, hey, Tim, you guys hang in there. You guys can get this thing done. 17 points is nothing. And I said, yeah, Coach, it's 20-0. Randy got a pop, and we had another turnover, and they went down about 3 plays and kicked a field goal the last play of the half to make it 20-0. And Randy looked at me and said, 20, huh? Good luck. Good luck with that, he says. Good luck with that. So I went into the locker room with a lot of confidence, but it's only fitting that I walk in that locker room, and Troy and Garen. Troy's got the defense on one side, Garen's got the offense on the other, and I'm very proud of what was going on in that locker room. I'm not proud of the language, probably. But I'd get thrown in jail if I could repeat some of the stuff I heard. But I'll tell you what I was proud of, and that was the passion that those two guys were delivering, and the message that they were delivering to those guys. I didn't say 10 words to the guys. I just walked around with my head up, looked them in the eye, made eye contact with as many guys as I could, and let Troy and Garen do their thing. And what a second half. I've said it before, but all the past Rangers that are here today, no longer with us. The pride had something to do with that game. You know, those 2 turnovers. You know, that team we were playing is a good football team. That second half, we got a few things that went our way, and the guys just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Watching that video, I haven't seen that in several years. It was tough to watch, but fellas, I love you, and it was unbelievable. I'm so proud to say that I was part of that, and it means more. It's so special to me to be here as a student athlete and then be a part of that. Coach for your alma mater. Garen's going through that right now in Emporia State. And I think he understands now that some of the things that I did and said in our time together here. But I want to, you know, as proud as I am of the game and the season and all those things, I want you all to know that I'm more proud of you today. I see husbands, fathers, and that's what it's all about for me. I can't say it was like that when I first started coaching, but it definitely isn't today. Let me turn pages here. Make sure I'm getting all these here. Okay. So again, fellas, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Football program is the front porch to your university. I really believe that. I don't care at any level. And we had a great one. Great time, great run here. And the couple things here in closing that I got to tell you. In my life, I've had so many people that have influenced me in so many different directions. I'm kind of repeating here, but from instructors and coaches, my mother again. You know, a good leader gets people to follow him because they want to, not because he or she makes them. And I've been blessed from people in my life that have kept me on the straight and narrow. Again, I didn't always do the right thing, but they showed me love and patience and support and guidance. And I just hope that you guys out in this audience today can reflect back at some point in time when you get my age, and have those kind of feelings. And I hope that as time goes on, excuse me, I want to say to all the members, members of the Hall of Fame before me, that may you always wear the red and black with a tremendous amount of pride. All the Hall of Fame members after me, may you too enjoy. I've got to get this right because it took me a long time to get it written down. all the Hall of Fame members after me, may you too enjoy the spirit of the tradition and accomplishment that is all mine and this football team's today. Everything I am today, everything I have today, and everything I will be today, I have down here was from the game of football. But